Dwight, last year we talked to you at this time, and guys were just kind of getting used to your program and you to them. How far have they come, and how far have you come over the last year?
Oh gosh, what a difference a year makes. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Now we've got 105 guys on the team, and 56 of them are guys that we had last January. So we got 49 guys that are new. So we still got a real young new element to the program. But it's been a phenomenal difference. So they did a great job last year. I was so proud, so excited, but they just know the expectation. I think they're real excited about the 2015 football season. They really have something that they really feel is in front of them that they want to achieve on the football field, and they're willing to do what they got to do off the field to get that. So it's been a noticeable change. One thing I think that worked great is we had a really aggressive in-season training program, and that really segued really well into the beginning of our winter program. They were so strong back in early January when we first started. We had a great December of weight training. We trained hard all year round, all season round. That really started off at a much higher level this year than what we had last year.
Perhaps with just getting done today, you don't know fully yet, but where are the testing numbers this year compared to last year?
So far, we've completed the clean, the bench, the vertical jump, and the 40-yard dash. And I've only done a preliminary analysis. From a clean standpoint, unbelievable. I went back and actually looked at some of the records that I had at previous places where we had older, more established teams, and we actually had 56 guys clean 300-plus pounds. The highest I've had in the last 5 years was 43. So this is a young team that basically is one of the stronger teams I've ever had. Very explosive team. It translated big time into the 40-yard dash, which the power clean's supposed to. That's what the power clean does. It really makes you explosive on the field. And last year we had 9 guys that ran 4.59 or lower. This year we have 19. So our overall team speed has really increased. Of the 93 guys that tested, 74 of them ran 4.99 or lower. So really, overall team speed really improved in that. And that also jumped into the vertical. You know, we ended up having 17 guys jump 35 inches or more in the vertical. So all those things kind of play in. In the broad and the triple broad, last year we had 5 guys that broad jumped 10 feet, which is, as we've been watching the combine, that's a pretty good barometer. This year we had 21. So that's a very significant improvement in explosiveness. Triple broad last year we had 19 do 30 feet. We're at 34, and I still got 2 more guys to test. So the numbers, the improvement, especially in the explosive movements, have been great. Bench press, we were 312 last year. We're 323 right now. And that's with a pretty young team. So we're really excited about how much improvement we've made. A lot of that has to do with the work ethic. There's no doubt about it. But we got some talent here. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The numbers are always going to be a reflection. In my program, I always consider it's a reflection of the talent we have, not really what we're doing. And I think it's a really good reflection about where we are and how well Coach O'Brien is recruited, Coach Paterno, and now Coach Franklin. Some good kids in this program from a talent standpoint.
It sounds like the guys get a little bit of a break now. How important is that for them after kind of grinding for however many weeks you guys have been grinding?
You know, it's real important. Physically, you probably don't need 9 days. Mentally and emotionally, you need 9 days. Because, you guys kind of know what the season was like. Very emotional season, a lot of things going on during the season. Kind of ups and downs as far as scoreboard stuff that we plowed right through. But then once the winter started, I mean, everybody was on board. Everybody was right where they had to be, and it was a tough 8 weeks. So emotionally, they've been through a lot. We jumped right into it. There wasn't a big break after the bowl game, so this will be a real much-needed break. But the big thing is they're getting ready for what happens spring ball, which is we start there on the 20th of March, and that's the big thing. Everybody's so excited to get back on the field. They want to get better on the football field. And, I know my role here. My job is to prepare them off the field so that Coach Frank and his staff can put that on the field, and it's all about what you do on the field, and I think that they're really embrace that concept and are really excited to see how much better football players they can become with their physical improvement.
What have you seen from the new guys that came in January, and how well have you gotten to know them since you're one of the guys that they can talk to on a pretty regular basis?
They've been great. We got 5 new guys, 2 non-scholarship and 3 scholarship. They've been great, all 5, and that's a difficult transition. It's a little bit different when you come in June with 30 guys. When you come in just the 5 of you, it's difficult. They've been phenomenal. As advertised. Sterling Jenkins, unbelievable kid. He's put on like 16 pounds already. Good weight. He's gotten so much stronger. He had a decent strength program down in Pittsburgh, but his body is really accommodated to it. He's ran well. He's jumped well. He's shown great hard end of the winter workouts. Paris, same thing. Paris, we're kind of keeping his weight in the 285, 290 range right now while he still gets acclimated to this style of training. He's never really worked out like this before. But there's not a, you tell that guy to jump, he's how high. Tommy Stevens, well-prepared guy coming in. His dad had really done a nice job, and his high school program was excellent with that. But he's a kid that's really prospered. He's gained 13 pounds already in 8 weeks, too. And then Tyler Davis and Kyle Costagno have done a great job as well. They're non-scholarship guys. So their adjustment's been great. And a lot of that reflects for older guys, too. Our guys embraced them and really made that adjustment really good for them.
Any amazing surprises for you individually? Has anybody really jumped up?
I mean, there's been a lot of guys, just some of the groups that I've been really shocked at. Obviously, we lost 3 really good DNs, especially with Dion leaving. Well, we got 4 DNs that power clean 350 or above. So it's the most explosive DN group I've had in 30 years. So I'm really excited. And Carl Nassib's not one of them. He did 335, which is elite in his what and sell. So I'm really excited to see what this group will provide. That's a little different element than we've really had here, especially since I've been here. So that's one unit that I feel really good about. Another unit that I, believe it or not, I really like, have done a great job athletically and the way, was the offensive line. And obviously it's the Big Ten. We have to have some size. We have to have some strength. There's no doubt. But you guys know I'm big into movement. I'm big in athleticism. I'm big in to get it done on the field, movement capacity. And they've gotten really strong, but their movement's so much better than it was last year. So that's been another group that's been done a really good job. And then the receivers. We got the 3 young receivers that have done a great job. I think that's going to be a really good core as well. So as far as individuals, Mike Gesicki is just he is a freak show. He is a heck of an athlete. Done a great job. He's kind of reminds me of Vernon Davis in a lot of ways, believe it or not. And that he's so gifted as an athlete. He's one of our best workers. That's an unbeatable combination when you get that. So he's really done a great job. Grant Haley's done a great job. Put on some good weight, and still we tested in the 40-yard dash, and he's still the fastest kid on the team. So it's good when you can get that speed going and still, with the body weight and lean that.
Did you realize he's right behind you when he?
There's Big Mike. Yeah, get him on the camera. Mike's unbelievable. What a joy to train. He's a great attitude.
You mentioned the in-season training. What would be the approach for spring practice? How often do you have the guys in here? What will you do? Anything different?
It's the same. It's the same approach, and that was been a pleasant surprise. I think we actually talked about it last year. It's a big adjustment to play football, and then the next day come and have to lift heavy. After you've been hitting, they did a great job all year, so they know what to expect now. It's not an in-season program. We're still in all-season training all through spring ball, and I might do some minor form of testing here in 7 weeks. So as far as we come right now, I think it's critical that we continue to develop this way, especially since we do have those 49 new players. So we got some young talent that has to be developed.
Remember when we talked to you, I think in this room this time last year, you said the goal was to make Hackenberg bulletproof. Is that process kind of ongoing? And looking back at the season, would you say that was a success, the work you guys put in here?
Yeah,
toward that?
I mean, I think it was. The fact that he started, all 13 games, and Hack, he took a pounding, as we all know. He's a tough kid. He started getting out there and running the ball a little bit more, which is a credit to how tough he is and how he'll do anything to help the team be successful. I think, all things considered, it was very successful. He had a couple little bumps and bruises that he plowed through because he's a tough guy, but we're taking the same approach this year. One thing we tried to, if injury prevention and shoulder stability was a big priority last year. We feel great about the shoulder stability. Knocking on wood, he's really improved a lot there. Obviously, he's got some great arm strength. So the one thing I'm really trying to work with him now is to really continue with his movement stuff. His speed, his agility. He ran really well. He ran a 4.74 at 2:35 on Monday, which is pretty darn good for a big old guy like that. And we got Pro Shell coming up, so his athleticism, I think is huge for us, and he's really come through with that.
On the nutritional side of things, with the unlimited meals and snacks, how has that affected what you guys are doing in here, if at all? Christine Clark.
That hasn't really. We kind of had that system going already. I mean, football was already providing that system,
right.
And the football model. Tim Breeden did a great job setting that up here 3 years ago. And basically the rest of the athletic department kind of embraced that model and endorsed that and started integrating that into it. But we're pretty much full go ahead, same deal. We just have all the non-scholarship guys are now eating at training tip, which really helps them.
Are you working with any of the guys who are getting ready for pro day? And I'm sure if not, you're at least keeping tabs on
Yeah, they're all drifting back now. Mike Hall's back, Adrian's back, and Donovan's back, and CJ came back. We've had Sam and Tyrone Smith the whole time, so they're all drifting back. We're trying to help them a little bit and get their bodies back to the kind of shape that we want to do for our pro day. So they're doing really well. It's nice having those combine guys. You guys will pick and choose what events they do on our pro day, and a lot of those guys did really well at the combine. So we'll just let them sit on those numbers and focus on a couple things that they really want to do to improve themselves.
Great, thanks, Coach.